Hi everybody, today's a video about my Impreza and the radiator. Basically I have a leaky rad. It's not an unknown problem with these cars. This rad's been on the car since new. It's 18 years old, and initially during my checks, my daily checks, I noticed that coolant was getting lower and lower. I thought it might have been a head gasket, so I eliminated that by running it, making sure the hoses weren't pressurised, there wasn't a milky residue in the coolant overflow or under the cap, and there wasn't loads of smoke out of the exhaust, and temperature was constant. So that ruled out HG failure for me, thankfully. I did notice a build-up of residue that you can see here along the top of the rad. It gets progressively worse this end, and that indicated to me that it was a radiator failure rather than anything else. Now these radiators have inherent, you know, they're old. I mean, it's an old design of rad, I think, and these plastic end caps, through the heat cycles over the years, they just deteriorate. They can crack, they can shrink, and that causes the egress of coolant. As you can see, there's some coolant there. The bonnet's been up overnight, so it's actually dried off a bit. I don't know if you can see down the bottom there, just in front of that, there's a little patch of coolant that's come out, so it's leaking from around here and filtering down. The other telltale sign was, this been cleaned now, but there was white spattering all up this pipe, and this, excuse me, the same over this side. I've taken the snorkel off, but that was dried coolant, so it indicated to me that there was something coming out of the radio itself. So I've got a replacement. £109, got me an OEM Koyoto replacement, and I think Nissen and Koyoto actually make the rads for these anyway, so it's a simple in and out. I'm not going to show a video of actually the removal and replacement, because there's hundreds of videos on YouTube for that, so I won't be doing that. The other thing that I did have a problem with are the radiator top clamps, here and here. As you can see, they've been drilled out. The moment I went to undo the nut, they sheared off on both of them, so I had to drill out the nut, and I'm going to re-tap a new thread in there. Now, if you're going to do that, if you do have that, very, very important to realise that when you drill, you must put something under here, so when you push through the drill bit, it doesn't go through the top of the condenser rad for the aircon, because then you're looking at a big problem, big bills. So all I did was I stuffed a piece of metal under there and just drilled it through, so it didn't take long at all. Okay, and what I'll do is I'll tap a new thread, rust proof all that, and hopefully they'll be good to go. You don't actually have to remove them to get the radiator out, but they just, I felt a bit of movement in one of them, so that's why I did that. Took the grill off, took the snorkel off. I'm going to jack the car up, drain the fluid, remove the lower under tray, and it shouldn't take me that long. These shrouds, you have to remove these and put them on the new one, but that's a very simple job. All the fittings are there. So yeah, it's a radiator failure on an Impreza. It's for a road car. I was going to go for alloy. I couldn't justify 350 quid for a Mishimoto. At the end of the day, the car's never going to see a track. It's a PPP, so it's 260 horsepower. It doesn't get driven hard, so why bother getting an expensive alloy when I can just get an OEM replacement that hopefully will last. If the OEM fails, then I'll kick myself, but I very much doubt if it will. So there you go. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Hope it's informative. Any problems, any questions, just drop a comment down below. And big shout out to all my current subscribers and all my new subscribers. So that's great. And keep safe, everybody, and I'll catch you on the next one.